Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is StarTropics for the Nintendo Entertainment System from 1990, back when the empirical run of Nintendo, in America, seemed to have no end in sight. The 80s were great, the 90s seemed poised to be even better. And if you leave the title screen on long enough, you get this little introductory cutscene where you see a helicopter land right here on this crescent-shaped isle. And that's the only thing you see. You don't see a demo mode, you don't see an attract mode. You gotta press start to see everything else. So, let's watch that shooting star come down again. And then press start. I did a little bit of a practice run of the first chapter, which will encompass this entire video. And I'm going to go to register your name to actually set up the Let's Play file. Elimination mode lets you delete saved games, and review mode lets you replay chapters you've already beaten. So in case you want to play chapters again, you can do that, especially if you've beaten the game. So let's go ahead and register our name. You can only have up to 8 characters for your name. So let's see. Yeah, this'll work. You had to take out 2 of the vowels, but it'll do. Press select until we reach end. Press start. Then press start in our newly made file. Number 1, Prelude. One day in summer, you land at Sea Island, where Dr. Jones has his laboratory. And here we are on Crescent Isle. You are Mike. You are a ace baseball pitcher. Really young kid. And you're here on these islands to visit your uncle, Dr. Jones. But little does Mike know that he is going to set off on an adventure of grand proportions. And oh boy, is it going to be a difficult one. I've made it to chapter 3, but it gets pretty hard pretty quickly this game. And let's go ahead to talk to everybody. Welcome to Coral Cola. Well, at least we kind of know where we are now. Welcome to Sea Island. So I'm assuming this is Coral Cola Island or Crescent Island. It's hard to say. I don't really have the instruction manual on me. Mike, you're an ace pitcher, I hear. Show me how to throw a fastball sometime? And once again, I have trouble trying to speak to save my life. I'm Miss Coral 1990. Do you think I'm pretty? Oh, we're gonna meet another beauty pageant star later on. Have you met our chief yet? He's waiting for you. The chief will be in the upper left corner of the village, the northwest corner of the village. As a matter of fact, that this house in front of us is where we're going to meet him, but I want to talk to everyone first. Mike, your uncle told me about you. I feel like we are old friends. Your uncle, Dr. Jones, is so nice. We call him Dr. J. Oh, last week I met Dr. J. He was very busy solving some strange puzzle. And there's this guy behind the house. Last night I gazed up at the Southern Cross. Suddenly I saw many shooting stars. Legends say shooting stars are omens of disaster. Oh me! Oh my. Oh, you have no idea. I heard you were coming. Want to go fishing? Well, we kind of have to talk to the chief first, but okay. And if you talk to this guy, he tells you, "Who are you? Stay away from here." Well, we're going to be going in there eventually. Where do you come from? Americola? Apparently everything ends in cola. Oh, I forgot to talk to these people. Good thing I remembered. Oink oink. And the pig just turns around and shows his butt at you, because why not? I have to hurry! I'm gonna roast a pig for your welcome party. Oh, you mean that pig right there? But anyway, we've talked to everybody. So we might as well go ahead and talk to the chief now. I should mention that you press A to talk to people and you use a control pad to move around, by the way. These overhead view areas are pretty straightforward. I've been waiting for you. I'm Chief Coral Cola, and a good friend of your uncle, Lixon Mike. I have some bad news. Last night, try not to be too upset, but your uncle, Dr. Jones, has been abducted. Oh no. We must keep this from the islanders so they don't panic. You are the best hope of rescuing Dr. Jones. I don't know what to do. Can you help? Well, if he keeps selecting no, we're going to be in a but-thou-must situation, so we might as well just go ahead and select yes. Good. You're brave. Take this island yo-yo. You may think this yo-yo is just a toy, but it's very powerful. Matter of fact, it's going to be our main weapon throughout the game. Mike, you're an ace pitcher. Use it! You've got a yo-yo. Mike, it looks peaceful around here. But in the dark below, many monsters have appeared these last few years. Don't let them get you. Mike, the fate of your uncle is in your hands. Find a tunnel in the village and hurry to Dr. J's laboratory. And besides talking to the chief, you have to talk to everyone in the village in order to take that tunnel that we saw earlier. Otherwise, this guy is not going to let us through. Oh, you're Dr. J's nephew. Here's the tunnel. Good luck. Yeah, if you didn't talk to everybody in the village, he will still give you the who are you, stay away from here. Apparently, you have to talk to all the villagers to get them to move by. And by going here, we just walk into the stairs, and we get some more dialogue. I'm the shaman and sister of the island chief. Your uncle was abducted because he found a secret in the lost ruins. I have great hope that you will succeed in rescuing Dr. Jones. Just like your North Star, island sailors look for the Southern Cross. Mike, many wild monsters await you in the dark below. But remember, the magic of the Southern Cross is always on your side. Now begin the test of violent courage. Good luck! And by the test of violent courage, we obviously mean the first dungeon of the game. Now, if we go back up the stairs to the south, we'll be back in the village, but we will have to go through here to continue with the storyline. And now it's time to take on some slugs. Just be at least 2 spaces away from the slugs. The slugs are going to be slightly off to the side of the tile you're aiming at, but you can still hit them even if they are. Moving around is kind of weird. A little bit, but you do get used to it. B lets you throw the yo-yo 2 tiles ahead. A lets you jump. And when you move the control pad, but you press it once to move in the direction you want in case you need to aim the yo-yo for whatever reason. And if you press the same button in your same direction you're facing again, I should say, you will move in that direction. You can also hold the direction you want to go down, but sometimes it's better just to press the direction you want to look instead of just walking in that direction, that way it's easier to aim sometimes. And of course, you can jump over gaps that are one tile wide. But you have to be on these blocks, these block-looking tiles on the ground in order to do so. If you leap in the water, you will die. You cannot jump any more than 1 tile across if you're on those little block-like platforms, which means you can easily jump in the water, so you have to be careful. And in here, we got even more slugs. And I just picked up a star. If you collect 5 stars, you will refill 1 of your 3 hearts. You will get more life as you go through the game. However, do not rely on power-ups because more than likely, you will not get them all. You will not get any very often. I mean, you're pretty much at the mercy of the game itself, whether or not you get power-ups. Might as well go ahead and pause the game and show off the heads-up display at the bottom of the screen. At the lower left, we have our main inventory, which is for our weapons. Right now we have just a yo-yo, but we can use the select button to select between other weapons in case we find them. Next to that is the amount of health that we have. We start with 3 hearts, so we will find more. And below that is the number of potions you have, the number of stars that you have in your possession, and the number of lives that you have. You always start a dungeon with 3 lives, and you can actually burn through them pretty quickly if you don't know what you're doing. There is a lot of trial and error in this game, and just a lot of figuring things out. And this game does get rather difficult rather quickly for somebody, especially for somebody who has never played through this game before. So, thankfully, you can continue as much as you want. The game is pretty lenient on that regard, but it does get difficult. And we have reached a dead end. We cannot reach that. Well, we can't open that door to the north, so we have to find a certain tile that acts as a switch. When you hear that sound, and the tile has a picture of a foot on it, you know you found the switch. You'll also uncover a red tile that acts as a button. You jump on that button, you activate something, and in that case, it's the door to the north. We have a new enemy there in the form of the rat. The rat takes 2 hits to kill with the yo-yo instead of just the one that the slug usually takes. And once we go through that door, we are not getting back out. You will have to go forward to go back. And we're going to have to go to the right here to take care of a few rats. Now we need to go over here. Keep holding left, keep pressing A. Watch carefully, that way you don't jump in the water. Because if you try to do it here, you'll land in the water below, Mike cannot swim, you will lose a life, and you will go back to the last checkpoint. And there are not a lot of checkpoints in the dungeon. So if I die here, I'm going back to the first room in the dungeon. That's the first one with the slugs, not the one with the stairs. Which means, once you walk past the room with the stairs, you ain't getting out. You ain't getting out that way. You're gonna have to go forward to go back, as I said before. And we have more rats and slugs. Picking up some stars that I'm probably never gonna use. And then we got this room. This is where your being able to pay attention to where you are is definitely going to be a thing. Now, we could go to the rooms to the sides, but they're just dead ends. They just lead to rooms that have pits in them and tiles and water and ground, all shaped to look like a skull. You'll fight enemies in these dead ends, and you could probably find some power-ups in case you're low on health. Maybe. But the fact of the matter is, you're going to have to go back in here and hit the switches all over again. So we want to go to one of the sides. Actually, we want to go to the... Actually, you could go to either side. And you will have to use the jumping controls to go all the way over here, and then get to this tile in the upper left corner. The northwest corner. There'll be this button you can press to the east just by jumping on it, and it'll lead you to this room. You have to go here in order to continue on. Now jump over here, hit this button, you'll get the torch. The torch is a throwable weapon. You can switch to it by pressing select to switch between that and the yo-yo. We're not going to use it quite yet. We're going to save that for a little bit later. And right here is where the switch opening the door is. Now we got some bats. These bats travel around the room diagonally. They eventually slow down, and when they do, that's probably your best chance of hitting it. Now you can hit it while it's at normal speed. And now we have this room. Watch out for these Cobras. When you're in their line of sight, they will strike at you. They take 2 hits to kill, but they can be very, very annoying. Now, We're going to jump across to the other side here. That opens the door to the north. We don't need to go there yet, because that leads to the exit, and, well, we have a thing that we can do before we can go in here. Wait, did I hit the thing? No, I did not hit the thing. First of all, we want to jump up this tile, and then we can hit this button, and then we can go to the east. Now in here, there is a potion. Kind of like the one that we have on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. We select it, or we grab it rather, and we can pick it up, and in case we need to refill our health, we can just pause, press up or down, and then press A. Well, actually, I think you have to press start to use it. Start or A, one of the two buttons. Anyway. Oh, when the music restarts when you pause and unpause, which is interesting. Anyway, you jump on this tile. You jump on this button. And you can go over here. Just like last time, you can either approach this area in the water from the top or the bottom and jump to it. And you can do this again. However, if you go into the next room, you will not get a you will not get a third potion. I forgot I already have the second. You will not get a third potion. Instead, you will go into a room that is full of nothing but water and 5 skulls in it telling you, hey, you just jumped into a trap and there's no way you're getting out. It's literally and figuratively a beginner's trap. So guess what? We're not going to go that way. We're going to go over here. We're going to go back. And I believe the enemies do respawn, so be ready to take on the snake. The snake does do a whole heart's worth of health. And you better be ready to jump over that second snake. Now, we can open this chest again, but we're not going to get any more torches. So forget about stockpiling torches that way. And now we have a bunch of bats and some snakes. Let's get through the snake's line of sight to take care of them. And once we go through that door to the north, we are going to face the boss. There is a boss here. I'm going to switch to the torches. And you want to make sure to jump over the fireballs whenever the snake spits them at you. Sometimes the snake will open its mouth but not shoot fireballs at you. If that happens, you want to keep on throwing torches at it. That way you can hit it from a distance. It's a lot safer than using the yo-yo at close range. And it is the A button and not the start button. Okay. Sometimes you can throw one. Sometimes you can throw 2 torches. And there's that one instance. Wow, I got a heart from that thing. There's that one instance where the snake boss actually doesn't shoot fireballs at you. And I managed to get the final hit in that way. Sometimes I get it within like the middle of the boss battle and I can throw like a ton of torches at it and just luck out on the damage. And once you go all the way to the north, Mike will automatically jump once you reach the end of that platform where the snake was. And from here, just jump on this tile. You'll uncover a button. And you will be able to open the door leading out of here. Let's go up the stairs. We're done. Wow, you've done it! And apparently, the better you do, the more points you seem to get. I don't think the points are actually there for any particular reason. I just think they're there for show more than anything else. But anyway, once we press A, we'll be able to save our progress. And just like that, we can go straight to the north and talk to this guy. There's not many places you can go on Sea Isle. Hi, I'm Babu, Dr. J's assistant. Mike, you know Dr. J has a submarine called Sub-C. The ID code to start the engine of Sub-C is 1492. Memorize the ID code. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. If you're from America, you know how that rhyme goes. It was the year that Christopher Columbus, came across America. And the West knew of the New World for the first time. Anyway, Babu steps aside and says he could tell you more, but he's rather afraid of something. Kind of went through the text a little bit too fast there. But anyway, we go past him to the laboratory, and we meet this thing that looks like Rob, the robotic operating buddy that was used for Gyromite and Stack Up. This is Navcom. I think that's his name. Welcome on board. I am the navigational computer of Sub-C. Call me Navcom. Went a little ahead of myself, but okay. Input the ID code now. Well, since we've already talked to Babu, we've already gotten the ID code, and you just automatically put it in. ID code 1492. Start engine. Aye aye, Captain. Sub-C is ready to launch. All ahead full. And with that, the villagers wish us well. Apparently they know what's going on with Dr. Jones. And we head to the east, and the game saves our progress. Number 2, Dolphins. After a few hours voyage, Sub-C is still cruising on the ocean. And we will continue further to the east in the next video. So join me next time where I take on Chapter 2 and see what the dolphins in the chapter name are all about. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!